if you are writing JAMB this year, or probably you are in 100 level, or maybe you are a white candidate student, please, this class is for you. Okay, it is compulsory for you. Okay, all right. So I will be making this very simple for you. This is an combination of indices and simultaneous equation. You can see that this is actually indices. It is an indices, but this kind of indices will lead us to what we call simultaneous equation. Okay, so now, and the same thing applicable to the question number 2. All right, so let's solve. I'm going to show you the simple way to solve this without stressing yourself. All right, so let's write out the 2 equations we have for question number 1. These are the 2 equations. For equation number 1, I have 3x, 3 raised to the power of x plus 2y. That is everything equals to 3. That is equation 1. Let's take it to be our equation 1. For equation number 2, for equation 2 now, I have 5 raised to the power of x plus 3y equals to 25. So let's take this to be equation 2. Let's take that to be equation 2. So from our equation 1, we have 3 raised to the power of x plus 2y, everything equals to 3. Now, you see, this, we can further simplify this. I can also rewrite this 3 as 3 raised to the power of 1. You know, 3 raised to the power of 1 is still the same thing as 3. That is, any number raised to the power of 1 will give you that particular number. Okay, so since 3 raised to the power of 1 is also the same thing as 3, now looking at these equations, there's something we call power and there's something we call, let me just say, the base. Like, for example, this is the base, take this is the base, why this is the power. This is the base, why this is the power. The rule says, if the base and the base are the same thing, they can cancel each other. Or if the power and the power are the same thing, there are times what you may be calculating, it may be probably within the base. Power and power, maybe we have to cancel each other. But now, in this case now, what we're actually looking for is not in the base, it's actually in the power here. We're looking for the value of x and y because it is simultaneous equation. So, and the base and the base are the same thing. So the rule says they can cancel each other. That is 3a1, 3a1. These 2, 3 cancel each other. We are left with x plus 2y equals to what? 1 here. Equals to 1 here. So we have x plus 2y equals to 1. Now, I further simplified equation 1. See what we are right at. So I can take it to be the equation 3. I can take it to be the equation 3. The reason why I'm taking it to be equation 3 is that this is no longer this again. And we already have equation 2. So I just take it to be equation 3. By the time I simplify this equation 2, I will take it to be the what? Equation 4, because we already have equation 3. So let's simplify the equation 2. We have 5 raised to the power of, it's still the same thing as this. 5 raised to the power of x plus 3y equals to 25. Now, if you look at this now, we see that we have the base here, we have the power here. And for this one too, we can further break this one. What we are trying to do is that, let's check, can we do it in such a way that this one, we have a base that will be equal to this base. So they can cancel out each other. Just as the same way we did here. The base and the base are the same thing, so they cancel out each other. Now, we know that this one, we cannot further break this one again. But we can still break this one further. And breaking this, we could also say that this is also the same thing as, 5 raised to the power of x plus 3y equals to, we can also rewrite this as 5 raised to the power of 2. Doing this, you could see that the base and the base now are now the same thing. Okay? The base and the base are the same thing. Then the base can cancel the base, leaving the power behind. So if the base there cancel out the base, we are left with the power, which is x plus 3y equals to 2. Then, since I took this one to be equation 3, so let's take this one to be equation 4. Okay? Now, our major concern is to relate with equation, to play around with equation 3 and equation 4, because equation 3 is just a breakdown of equation 1. And equation 4 is a breakdown of equation 2. So we are no longer having concern with these two equations, but rather we have concern with these two equations. So we are going to bring the two of them out and solve it simultaneously. Okay, simultaneously. Now, initially it was indices. Now we have successfully converted it to what? Simultaneous equation. All right, let's write out the two equations. For equation 3, we have x plus 2y equals to 1. And for equation 4, we have x plus 3y equals to 2. So there are various ways we can solve simultaneous equations. We have graphical method, we have substitution method, we have elimination method. So now in this case, I'm going to use substitution method. Elimination method is also fast. I can also use the elimination method, but let me just use substitution method. Okay. Now for substitution method, from this equation now, I will make x subject to the formula from this equation, equation 3. Make x subject to the formula. Then if you make x subject to the formula, substitute it into this equation 4. Now from equation 3, we have x equals to 1 minus 2y. Making x subject to the formula, we take this plus 2y to the other side, which gives us something like this. Now, this is now my x. My x is equals to this now. So, I'm going to substitute this now into the position of x here in equation 4. This equation 4. So, substituting x into equation 4. Peradventure that maybe you are writing this exam in theoretical, as a maybe in a theory exam. Please, maybe probably for those of you that are writing WIC or NECO, please always write every steps you take. For example, substitution. That is substituting the value of substituting for x into equation 4. Write it like that. Substituting for x into equation 4. You must always state it because they carry marks. Okay? Each of them carry marks. Take note of that. All right. So substituting this into this equation now, I will just replace this x here. You know, this x is the same thing as this x. So I'll just replace it with this. So I will then continue with the rest. So we have 1 minus 2y. Now, instead of me writing this, I've replaced it with this because this signifies our value of x. Then plus 3y equal to 2. Now we have successfully eliminate x. We are then left with variable of what? Y. So let's break further. We have 1. Now, minus 2y plus 3y. First of all, minus 2 plus 3. That is what? Plus 1. So that is plus 1. Then put the y at the back. And you know, plus 1y plus 1y or 1y is the same thing as y. So let's just write it as what? Y equals to 2. Now making y subject to the formula, we have y equals to, take this 1 to the other side, it becomes 2 minus 1. And 2 minus 1 will give us what? 1. Now, our value of y is equals to what? 1. So let's substitute the value of y into any of these equations to get the value of what? X. So let's use equation 3. So let's use equation 3. From equation 3, we have x plus 2y equal to 1. X plus 2 times y. You know, 2 times y, that will be 2 into bracket 1 equals to 1. So we have x equal to, now this is 2 times 1 will give us 2. When you take 2 to the other side, it becomes 1 minus 2. And 1 minus 2 will give us what? Minus 1. Minus 1. Then we can see that our y is equals to 1, our x is equals to minus 1. But what does the question ask us to find? This is what the question asks us to find. This is what the question asks us to find. So now we have gotten the value of x and y. We can then substitute them into this to get the final answer. So from here we have 3 raised to the power of x plus y. Our x is equal to minus 1. So that will be 3 raised to the power of minus 1 plus, what is our y? 1. So 3 raised to the power of 1 minus 1 plus 1 will give us what? Will give us 0. And 3 raised to the power 0 will give us what? 1. Why? Because any number raised to the power of 0 will give us what? 1. Any number, even though 3000 raised to the power 0 will give us 1. So the correct answer to that is 1, and that is option what? Option C. Now you see the question number 2. If I jump to question number 2, just like the video. Liking a video does not cost you anything. Okay, like the video and comment. All right, so to question number 2. Now what we just do is that apply the same principle I use. Yeah, now this is, here we have 2 and 32. How do you, let me try to break this one for you, so you solve it simultaneously and drop it in the comment. Let me just try to break it down for you. Now we have 2 raised to the power of m plus n equals to 32 here. So for you to break this one, you can also say that you need to break, you need to do this, you need to make a little adjustment here to make sure that the base here is tally with this base. Okay, so we have 2 raised to the power of m plus n equals to 32. So you can further break the 32 by saying 32 is also the same thing as 2 raised to the power of 5. Then this will cancel this. That is for that one. You are settled with that one. So for the next one now, we have this. So we have 3 raised to the power of 3n minus m equal to 27. Then you can further break this one by saying 27 is also the same thing as 3 raised to the power of 3. Then the base and the base are now the same thing. They can cancel out each other. When they cancel out each other, you'll be left with 3n minus m equals to what? 3. So even for this one too, if they cancel out, you'll be left with m plus n equals to 5. Then you solve simultaneously. This one now is just asking you to solve it simultaneously and just tell us the value of your x and y. But that one asks us to solve it simultaneously, then substitute the value of your x and y into this to get the final answer for this. All right. Please consider to like, comment, and share. Thank you.